Buffalo Bills are rumored to be bringing back Micah Hyde for the final stretch of this season, and in this article they highlight recent comments from Buffalo insider Joe Biscaglia stating that the timing could not be more perfect and that it makes sense for the Bills to bring Micah Hyde, one of the Buffalo Bills' favorite players, back. In this video, I want to discuss whether or not it makes sense for the Buffalo Bills to bring him back, and I think the real thing that was on Micah Hyde's mind was that he wanted to make sure the Buffalo Bills were going to be into the playoffs. And I think with the Bills winning the AFC East, clearly solidified ourselves a spot in the playoffs, clearly a roadmap for Micah Hyde to come back to this team and contribute. But from what I've seen, Taylor Rapp and Damar Hamlin have clearly been playing like top 10 safeties and maybe potentially a top 5 safety duo in the NFL. So the question really arises here, is it worth bringing back Micah Hyde for the final stretch of the season when we see that Taylor Rapp and Damar Hamlin are potentially outplaying Micah Hyde in his final year? One added element that Micah Hyde brings is that he is a trusted veteran, that he's seen a lot, that he understands the NFL, and I think obviously being up in age, not maybe having the same athletic ability and speed and being agile, the acceleration. Clearly Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp are younger in their careers. They're faster, they're more agile. But the mental part of the game, I think Micah Hyde still clearly is ahead. So my thought here is maybe Micah Hyde does come back as an insurance piece to back up a Damar Hamlin and potentially a Taylor Rapp, although Taylor Rapp is more of a thicker, fuller safety in the box type that is great at tackling. Micah Hyde, Damar Hamlin, very similar in skill sets, and I think Micah Hyde could very well come in here, be a veteran leader to help Taylor Rapp, Damar Hamlin continue to progress as our starters while being an insurance piece in case of an injury to Damar Hamlin or Taylor Rapp. Buffalo Bills general manager Brandon Beane recently had the idea presented to him again, and Brandon Beane said that he's been totally open to bringing Micah Hyde back and returning for the Buffalo Bills. Another point Joe Biscaglia makes here is that he believes the team right now currently has a pending roster opening that would fit perfectly. At the end of the 2023 season, Micah Hyde said that he would consider returning for one more season if he played only for the Buffalo Bills, but stressed that he wanted to spend more time with his family. So clearly spending more time with his family. The Bills are clearly solidified themselves into the playoffs. You know, Micah Hyde could very well come back, get his Super Bowl ring with Bills Mafia, maybe just being a backup on this team. Now, the problem here is that Micah Hyde likely won't contribute to special teams. I think he's just going to be primarily there as an insurance piece at the safety spot. I know we have Cam Lewis, we have Cole Bishop, but what did we see against the Baltimore Ravens earlier this year? Derrick Henry and the Ravens really were able to move the ball against us, and they beat us. So I think not having Damar Hamlin, not having Taylor Rapp in a game would definitely put us in a pinch. But if Micah Hyde was here to supplement any of those losses, if there is a loss, it could be enough to win that game. Now, Biscaglia went on to say that the timing may be perfect for Hyde to return right now, having gotten to spend several months, including Thanksgiving, with his family, stating that that's what he ultimately wanted to do. The Bills are also in a strong contention for the number 1 seed in the AFC, giving Hyde a chance at a Super Bowl that he wanted so badly. So the writing is on the wall here that the Buffalo Bills are clearly capable of winning the Super Bowl, and I think just knowing that that's there, it's like candy in front of a baby just hanging there in front of Micah Hyde. So I think Micah Hyde would definitely be willing to come back to this team if the Buffalo Bills want him. Some additional comments from Joe Biscaglia is that he said that Micah Hyde is obsessed about getting a Super Bowl in Buffalo since he arrived in 2017, so it wouldn't have made any sense for him to commit to playing, giving all these other reasons that he wanted to spend more time with his family, his health, and all these things. But now knowing that he has one last chance to potentially win it all, and with the Bills being 10-2, already division champs, only one loss from the Kansas City Chiefs into the AFC's number 1 seed, Hyde could have been, it couldn't be asked for a better situation. And if it's going to happen, I think the timing right now appears like the best opportunity. Like bringing Micah Hyde back here now, getting acclimated to the end of the season for when the playoffs come. I think obviously Micah Hyde not playing football for this season. He needs to come back to Buffalo, get back into shape, get into football shape, and start playing, getting those reps up, getting comfortable. So I think now that we know, like, we're in the playoffs, like, we're going to have some time before the season ends, and chances are a first-round bye. This is going to give Micah Hyde a lot of time to come here, get acclimated to football again, and be ready to go for the playoffs. The Bills are shuffling some players around here with Dwayne Carter coming back. We already saw that the Bills could free up a roster spot by parting ways with wide receiver Jalen Virgil, who was assigned to the roster from the practice squad in November after injuries to Amari Cooper, Keon Coleman. With Cooper already returned and Coleman close, Biscaglia suggested the Bills could waive Virgil with the hopes of signing him back to the practice squad. The article even states that an on-field return for Micah Hyde is very unclear. Maybe he does just come back as like a coaching assistant or someone to help out coaching-wise for this final playoff and Super Bowl run. Biscaglia said from a locker room perspective, it would be a home run. Hyde is universally beloved player by his teammates, and with the majority of the locker room having been with the team in 2023, it would be an easy assimilation for Hyde despite being away from football since January. Even Josh Allen had comments about a potential return of Micah Hyde, and the addition would be a big boost. Josh Allen said that would be great, but depending on, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't have any thoughts or ways about it. I think our guys, especially on the defensive side of the ball, are playing fantastic football right now, but there's an opportunity that arose to have him back. I think everybody in this locker room would welcome it with big open arms. And again, Damar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp, they were playing at a top 10, top 5 safety duo level in the NFL statistically. So I don't think it necessarily makes sense to bring Micah Hyde back to be a starter on this team. I think he can come back to be a backup and just really offer his veteran guidance to help progress Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp in winning a Super Bowl. I want to hear from you. Drop your comments down below. Do you think the Buffalo Bills should bust out a move right now for Micah Hyde, bring him back to this team to help even play on the field, or maybe just supplement things on the sidelines as an insurance piece and also like an assisted coach player there, really helping Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp get up to speed? And again, if there is an injury to Damar Hamlin, I think Micah Hyde would fill in seamlessly. Now, if there is an injury to Taylor Rapp, Micah Hyde could potentially fill in there. Maybe we bump Damar Hamlin to Taylor Rapp's position and then Micah Hyde at free safety. I just don't think Micah Hyde has the physicality that he once had, and the speed and the athleticism and the acceleration. I mean, clearly he definitely has top-notch speed chasing down that Mac Jones interception in the playoffs a couple of years ago. But I really think, understanding that Micah Hyde is up in age, that maybe he isn't fully himself after all these injuries. I think Micah Hyde just being an insurance piece for the Buffalo Bills to supplement any injuries to Damar Hamlin would make sense. The only problem there is that Micah Hyde doesn't necessarily contribute on special teams, but maybe he would be willing to do that. I just like Micah Hyde coming here to the Buffalo Bills, knowing that he knows this defense under Sean McDermott, playing with Jordan Poyer for 7 years under Sean McDermott. Micah Hyde needs a Super Bowl. He should be a part of this. He's an OG of Bills Mafia. He can come here as an assistant coach, as maybe a player too, and really contribute to the Buffalo Bills. So I think whatever way we decide, I think Micah Hyde should try to come back to this Buffalo Bills team, and it really does make sense. He was able to spend Thanksgiving with his family. He spent time with his family. He's been able to heal up. Like, the Bills are solidified in the playoffs. Like, this is going to give him ample time to get ready for when the playoffs do start. And maybe we do become the AFC number 1 seed and we have another bye, and he gives them even more time to get ready for this. But I think Micah Hyde is a great fit for Bills Mafia. Understands what this team is all about. He's familiar with all the players, and just like Josh Allen said, this team in city would welcome him with open arms. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. Drop your comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts on Micah Hyde. Also check the links down in the description. You can get $20 off SeatGeek if you're going to the game in LA. Go to SeatGeek.com, use promo code BNC, and you get $20 off. Also, we just received another purchase on the Buffalo Fan Shop Etsy store for the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch. Someone bought a 2XL shirt. You can get sizes from small all the way up to 5XL. It's a great Christmas present. It's a big chicken wing. We have over 50 reviews, and they're all 5 stars. So it's great quality. Highly suggest you guys check that out. But I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.